Okay. Okay. Good morning, all. Yes. Okay. Good morning. Yes. Okay. We will move for the lesson. Okay. At last, we discuss about the I quickly explain how we are using that Excel function with the. Okay. Actually, they are having many function like in the many variable with the count function, like in the count A, count if, such that they are having many what things with the count function. Okay, we have to do practicals. Before that, we will go forward. I said try to fill in this one. Okay, so first of all, look at here. So Marcus uncle runs pizza. Okay, Pizza Plaza is the company that sells pizza and drink. Its main product are. Here are the product and it is the price. Okay, so Marcus help. What? His uncle out of the weekend. Marcus has said he will build the uncle spreadsheet model to help him plan to the selling price of the each products. Now, Marcus try to help with the uncle with the creative spreadsheet platform. So Marcus uncle had told Marcus need to know the cost to make, the selling price, the profit, if 20 each piece is sold, a total revenue and total profit. So how to create that one? So here you should be entered. So should be entered first of all piece and sold at the 4 times the price they cost to make. For example, if what margarita pizza cost of 0.50 make and sold 2. So from one pizza you can get a revenue. Cost is only 0.50 and the selling price is 2. Almost $1.5 they are having a profit of one pizza. So you know already you can calculate a one pizza profit. According to that one, you can, if you want, you can find the 20 pizza profit. So you can make a list everything you need to include. So there should be include what? The purpose of the spreadsheet. What are the input? The prices, the output, how many pizzas or anything, how many parts that already said, anything else like that, or special thing if they're adding some toppings or something like that. Okay, you should be thinking about. Okay, that's like a PA assignment. Okay, so this is the last thing. Okay, we will discuss that one later on. Okay, we will create. So after that one, they are having important lesson, very important, about creating databases. Okay, these are really important because creating databases, it's very important with using, we are using here MS Access software to create software databases. So that's very important. So can you please write down the topic creating databases? Okay, please write down creating databases. Creating databases. So they are having some keyword like attribute, they are having big data, data redundancy database, okay, detection anomaly, okay, like that one. Okay, they are having much more keyword. We will discuss them later on. First of all, write down the topic creating databases. Write there creating databases. Write the topic creating databases. That's important. So they are having some keyword like primary key, foreign key, such that. Okay, creating databases. Okay, so Paul, you should be know. They are having some attribute with the data type. Okay, if I take the learner ID should be what? ID normally if we are taking 1, 2, 3 such that. If you are taking 1, 2, 3 such that it should be integer. Normally we are taking numbers. If they are not having any decimal places, we tell them as what integer. First name should be a type is something, so it should be a string value. Last name it's also a string. Age is just a not decimal value, so it should be integer. Height can be a decimal, so you can take double or plot. Double or plot. Double, otherwise you can take double, otherwise plot. The decimal values. Do you like to read? Yes or no? Yes or no? We can take them as a Boolean value. Bool. Otherwise, Boolean. Pocket money. Pocket money, it may be what? String or double value. Double, otherwise we get it as plot. These are the normal data types. Okay. First of all, shall we write down this table? I think you already know about data type in the first lesson. Did you remember what are data types? Okay. What are the integer? Integer should be the whole numbers. Whole number, not decimal values. Okay, so learner ID, normally we are taking as a whole number. So it should be a integer. Learner ID should be a whole number. So we take that as a integer value. Okay. First name. First name, it should be a name. So you can take them as a string. String means you have to take more letters. Yeah. Name, not only one letter. No, if they are having one letter, you can take it as char. But string, they are having many letters. Last name also string, they are having many letters. Age may be integer value. There are no decimal point. Height is a double, otherwise we take it as a plot value, double or plot. That means it may be a decimal value, 1.6, 1.63, like that. Do you like to read? It should be yes or no. If they are having yes or no, it should be Boolean. What about pocket money? Pocket money it also may be a Boolean because it can be, sorry, it's also double or not. It can be a decimal value. Okay. Shall we write down? Quickly write it. Okay, write it quickly. Yes, this table for reminding. Write this table for reminding. Okay, like that. You can take these values. What are data type? Learner's ID integer, first name is string, last name may be string, age it's maybe integer, height it may be double or float. Like to read, it is Boolean mostly, yes or no. Forget money, it's double or float. Like that one, you can take the data types. You can write the data types, yes. Yes, write it. Okay. Here the attribute and the data types. Okay, we will move. Okay, so there I have some data type like this. Okay, there I have some different of databases. Databases, it may be have like what? Something in your school. You already see they are normally using manual databases. Like all the details there are included inside the file. Databases means data that including inside file or something like that. So actually it is a organization, but organization of the collection of data. Okay, this can be as sketch, yes, receiving and manipulation. So already you know database is an what collection of, okay, just write down that. Actually, database is an organized collection of data that allows to be scratched, received, and manipulated. Okay, right there. Database is an organized collection of data. Database is an organized collection of data that allows data to be scratched, retrieved, and manipulated. Okay, database is an organized collection of data that allows data to scratch, retrieved, and manipulated. Okay, so okay, such that there are having databases an organized collection of data that allows the data to scratch. It can be scratched when you want, you can retrieve it and you can manipulate again and again. That's the database. So spreadsheet is as actually example of the flat file database. What is flat file? Flat file creation using only one table. Okay. If you wanted to enter the mark sheet of your grade, it is not flat file database. That means they are having only one file. There are no having any links within the file. So such that we are taking as a flat file database. you can enter some data with that. But flat file difficult to manage if they are having more quantity of volume. If they are having lot of students with different organizations and different classes, such that it is very hard to combine them. So actually, first of all, we will discuss the spreadsheet is an example of the flat file database. Yes, that's a flat file database, but it's a flat file database. It creating using only one table. There's having only one created table. However, the problem with the using flat file that they become difficult to manage. It's very difficult to manage quantity of the volume of the data if that one increase. It's very hard. It's difficult to manage if they are having more quantity. If they are having more quantity, it's difficult to manage with the data. Okay, so it's very hard if they are having more quantity. Okay, can you write down that one quickly? This underlined part. Yeah, like that one. Actually, a spreadsheet is an example of flat file database. A flat file is created using only one table. However, the problem with using flat file is that they become difficult to manage as the quantity of volume of the data increases. Okay, that's the issue. Okay, write it down. So there should be have relation between the databases, tables. Okay, there should be have proper relation within the tables. So for that case, we are taking as relational database because they are having a proper relation between the tables. So this because this data item become dependent. So if they are having only one table, it is dependent on each other that whatever you wanted to part of the data affect another. This means that activities such as deleting, updating, inserting new data into the spreadsheet can become more challenging. It's more challenging because when it is deleted, it may be deleted all data sometimes of that contained item. So it may be a little challenging. So overcome this challenge, we lead to another type of database known as the relational database. So there should be have a challenge. So we wanted to need what another type of database known as what relational database. Actually, relational database is a database made up two or more tables joined together using a type of link called relationship. That important. There should be what link two or more tables. Okay. So we need to use another type of database that known as what relational database. We need to use another type of database known as relational database. Actually, a relational database is a database made up two or more tables that are joined together using a type of link called relationship. Okay, we need to use another type of database that known as relational database. That known as relational database. A relational database is a database made up of two or more tables that are joined together. A relational database is a database that made up of two or more tables. A relational database is a database made up of two or more tables that are joined together using the type of link called relationship. They are having a link called relationship. Okay, write down that part. Okay, there should be have a relational database. Yes, that means there should be link two or more table together. Okay, so there should be have a link between them. We call it as relational database. Write it down. Write it down. That's called a relational database. The link between the table. There should be have a link between tables. That's calling what? Relational database. Between the table, there should be have a link between the table. We call it as relational database. Okay, yes, I did out. We need another type of database that called as a relational database. That relational database is a database made up with the relationship. Okay, so here we have discussed some question regarding that. Okay, you can see there's having a table with the details of students and the teachers. Here, the student details. They are having the ID, first name, last name, class, teacher, department, and teachers name. Okay. There's having we wanted to add some data for that one. We can, if you want, you can add some data for that one. Additional data. If you wanted to add some additional data for that one, you can see, you can update that data. Okay. So we wanted to what? So we wanted to kill repeating or duplicate the same information about the class teacher for each new learn. You can see they are repeating same detail, same teacher, class teacher name again. So this problem with the flat file is known as data redundancy. Because why? You can create another table. Why? They are taking more space because why again and again you wanted to update, you have to enter same name, department same, the class same. You can create a different table for the what? This class teacher details and teacher's phone number. Is that clear? You can create a table for the student's name for one table. And you can create another table for what? Teacher's details. So if they are having like that taken, it what? Very easy. It is what? Compress the space also. So if there are repeating same like that, we are calling data redundancy. We call that one as what? Data redundancy. So what is the means that data redundancy means unnecessary replication of the same data in the multiple places. Just write down this one. We will discuss that one on the next day. Okay. Just write down data redundancy. Important. Data redundancy means unnecessary replication. You can see they are having unnecessary replication. Again and again, it's repeating this class teacher, same name, phone number, same department. No need to repeat it like that. Yes. So data redundancy means unnecessary replication. Right there. Data redundancy means unnecessary replication of the same data in multiple places. Right? Data redundancy means unnecessary replication of the same data in multiple places. Okay, write it. Data redundancy means unnecessary replication of the same data in multiple places. Clear? Okay. So we will discuss the data redundancy and how to add data and remove data from the database next day. Okay. So I hope to wind up the session for today. Yes. It's almost finished time now. Yes. We finished now. Okay. We will discuss further details on the next day. Okay. So I will wind up the session for today. So thank you very much for coming. See you next day. Okay. Bye. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you next day. Thank you.